Hello Gemini, welcome, it's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. I hope you're all well wherever you are. Alright, this is your reading for the 31st of January through to the 6th of February 2022, or thereabouts. It could resonate a little bit beyond that time. To the general reading, Gemini, so please take what resonates with you. Anything that doesn't, just leave that behind. That'll be for somebody else at this time. But let's see. We'll start with the Oracle of Visions to get some overall energies for you. But just quickly to say that Mercury has been retrograde in the heavens for the last 2 or 3 weeks, which has caused delays and miscommunications and so on. But on the 3rd of February, it appears to go more forward in the heavens, more forward motion. And so what that means, it's going to be an end to delays coming in, to whatever those delays mean for you, whether it's travel plans or agreements, contracts, whatever it is, whatever the plans have been to do with it, there will have been delays for some people. So that will come to an end. And also miscommunications, which is quite common when Mercury is retrograde. Hopefully that's going to be cleared up for many. And any electronic or digital situations or equipment should now start to settle down and go forward a little bit more smoothly. All right, enough said. Oh dear, I've got some turned over here. Let me turn them. What's going to happen there? Bear with me. Okay. What's going on there? I don't know when that happened. We got them, and my cards just got all mixed up. All right, I think I've done it now. So what do we have for Gemini, please? And I was just talking about Mercury retrograde, wasn't I? That interferes with things, makes things a little bit problematic. And there you go. So what do we have for Gemini at this time, please? And of course, Gemini, you know, as you know, Mercury is your planet, it's your guiding planet. It's to do with the mind and communication, which is very much your energy, Gemini. So I'm sure you will have been affected to quite perhaps a higher degree than many other signs. But that is coming to a conclusion very soon. Okay, what do we have for Gemini? What's important for Gemini to consider at this time? Right, we have number 39, and this talks about offering comfort, healing, caring. So it's very caring energies, nurturing, comforting energies. Just put that to one side at the moment. And then number 52, which talks about having a sense of direction, a purpose, having objectives, but taking the first step forward towards those objectives, but having a sense of purpose also. All right, so I'll just put that to one side. And using the Druid Craft Tarot, we'll get into your reading now, Gemini. So what's important for Gemini to be aware of now, to consider? What's important for Gemini? What are the important messages for Gemini now? Alright, so we have the heart of your reading, Gemini, the root of the matter, past influences. What's on your mind at the moment, the future going forward, and then something else your guides would like to say to you at this time. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the I can never say this, Cernunnos. This is devil energy in ordinary tarot. So there's some form of a devil energy around here. could be reflecting somebody's obsessive energy at this time, addictions, it can be, temptations. Well, let's see. Well, I won't say any more about that, but that's the general energy of the devil energy. But we'll see where that fits in, perhaps, with the rest of your reading. And it's come forward as an overall energy. So could we clarify all of the cards on the table, please? And I'm using the Anna K Tarot for clarification. Could we clarify all of the cards on the table, please? For Gemini. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Swords, and this is when we have anxieties and fear-based thoughts going over and over in our mind, particularly at night, and it keeps us awake. We can't get rid of these worries, these anxieties. But what happens is with the Nine of Swords, it becomes magnified. So these fears are bigger than what they should be. Something that you're over-worrying about here, Gemini. And that's the downside, you know, of the Swords energy. Our mind can be our greatest ally, but it can also be our worst enemy, because of its activity, according to what its activity is focusing upon. Okay. All right, Gemini, at the heart of your reading we have the Tower and the Knight of Cups. All right, there's been some form of a revelation. Something's come in quite suddenly, could possibly quite shockingly, and it's stopped you in your tracks. But there's a tower crumbling. One of your towers. We build many towers throughout our lifetime, but some of them are built to last. But some of them aren't built to last. They can't, because they are built on faulty foundations, and we may not know it at that time. And there's one such tower here that is now crumbling, Gemini. And I feel the universe is sending a bolt of lightning down as a gift of love to bring something to a swift conclusion. And it may not feel like a gift of love at the time, Gemini, but in the future, looking back, you'll see why this tower had to come down. And somebody's very sorry about this. Somebody's very sorry about this. At the root of this, Gemini, King of Pentacles and the World. King of Pentacles, this is to do with a work, finance, career, money, possibly, situation. And the World is a completion of an old cycle. So the old cycle connected with something to do with finance, work, career, as is completing, has come to an end, ready for going forward in a new direction with a new beginning, new opportunities. So there we are. That's at the root of the situation. It looks like something was ordained to come to an end. Something was only there to last for a certain amount of time. And it's something to do with finances, work, career, I feel. And it's come to that cycle has come to an end. But I feel it's come to an end quite dramatically. And I'd say somebody's sorry. The past influences are the Four of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. And the Four of Cups is when you've been quite dissatisfied with your lot, what you've got is okay, but it's not not doing it for you. And what's been hiding, what was hiding there in the nook of the tree, is this golden opportunity, a new cup, a new bright cup that's promising opportunities, expansion, productivity. But in the past you weren't able to see it for what it was because you were stuck where you are, you know, although you were dissatisfied with where you are. And the clarifier is the Ten of Pentacles, and that's to do with a family situation. It's to do with money, abundance within a family situation, having all of your needs met. However, there's something that it just wasn't doing it for you, Gemini, and that these are the past energies. So what's on your mind at the moment? Okay. Well, we have the Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Rods. The Five of Pentacles. So this is when you're feeling a bit left out in the cold, feeling a bit isolated, thinking that or viewing that all the action is happening elsewhere, and you're sort of out on a limb, if you like. The clarifier is the Nine of Rods, yes. And here we can see the Nine of Rods is the wounded warrior. And this is how you're feeling, I think. You're feeling like the wounded warrior. You've put a boundary of protection around yourself. Protecting yourself from others, I feel. But you're not giving up. You're holding on to that last one. There's one final thing that you need to do now, that needs to happen. So you're not giving up, but you are feeling very much like the wounded warrior, and feeling a bit isolated and out in the cold. And it's all to do with this Tower, what's happened here. And some form of an old cycle completing. But it is playing a lot on your mind, Gemini. It's going over and over in your mind. And I feel that might be what the devil energy is. It's an obsessive thinking that you can't seem to move away from at the moment. If we look at all these cards along the top. All right, going forward. Okay, going forward, we have the Princess of Pentacles and the King of Cups. The Princess of Pentacles. This is, you're going to be considering an offer, I feel. You're going to be considering something to do with work, finances, opportunity. And you will be thinking about it, you'll be looking at it, and you'll be considering it. And it's something that is meaningful for your heart. We have the King of Cups here. There's very sensitive, nurturing, caring energy. And if the King of Cups doesn't know information, if there's something he doesn't know, then he will research it, he will look into it. But he works from his heart centre. All right, so he's very intellectual, he knows what he needs to find out, and he will look into things and read. However, he works from his heart centre. So this is, I feel, going forward, for some of you, you're going to be from your heart centre. You're going to be considering some form of an offer, and I feel it's to do with work and finances. Right, what would your guides like to say to you now, Gemini? Well, we have the Nine of Wands again. We've had the Nine of Wands already, and this is what you were thinking about here, the wounded warrior. Well, it's come out again in the form of guidance. And what I feel this is saying is that yes, you are standing your ground, you're not giving up, you are defending yourself, but you haven't given up. There's one final thing, and it's to do with choices and options that you're going to have. Okay, just bear with me a minute. Right, these are choices and options that you feel you have, but they're a little bit of a mirage. They're not real. And I feel this is what your guides are wanting to say to you. Be mindful that offerings, opportunities that appear to be real, that are being put in front of you, may actually not come to fruition. They're not real. And the thing is that if you're in this energy of the Nine of Wands, and you know you are protecting yourself, and you know there's one final battle, one final thing, and I feel what your guides are saying to you, don't allow some form of offering that are put on the table. Don't allow them for you to make your mind up based on these opportunities, because they could well be unreal. They could well be a mirage. And that's what your guides want to say to you, Gemini. And I think here we are looking at it. Here's the offer, here's the opportunity. And you are looking at it from your heart center, rather than, I mean, you are, reading and looking into it, but if you're operating from your heart center, you will be swayed. Emotionally, you will be swayed, Gemini. Perhaps in a direction or to make a decision that is not in your best interests at this time. Not all the offers or opportunities, not all of them are a mirage. But the problem is, some of them are. And there may be a real one here, and I'm drawn to this cup here that's got more life. It seems to be more vibrant. And it could be that there is an opportunity, an offering here that is the real deal. But it's discerning what is that cup and what are the other cups that aren't real, that won't last. And it's just perhaps having to choose wisely. Okay. I feel this is very much to do with work and career. There's very much an element of a nurturing and caring and looking after, supporting. But there's also an element here of, having a sense of direction, taking steps in a new direction, having a sense of purpose. And I feel for some of you, that's where this dilemma is coming from. It's this battle between the mind and the heart. What your common sense, what your mind is telling you is the right thing, but what your heart wants to do. And I feel we've got a tug of war going on here. Particularly because there's been this tower moment, but somebody is apologising, you see. And therein lies the conflict for you. But a cycle has come to an end, and that's clearly on the table. And I feel you're in this in between stage now when something's come to an end, but you've not quite got going with your new beginning, with your new direction, because the Nine of Wands has come out twice. So, there's just one final thing, but it's making you feel isolated, and you're obsessing about it, and it's fear-based thoughts keeping you awake at night. So it really is, the message is, take your time. Don't allow your heart to dictate your next steps. Choose wisely from the offers that are going to come on the table. Could we have two final messages for Gemini, please, to conclude this reading? Two final messages for Gemini, please, to conclude this reading. Okay, Gemini, we have faraway places, so get ready for new horizons, and fellow travellers, support is all around you. Yes, I feel you are getting ready for striding out in a new direction, expanding your horizons, you know, new opportunities. And you're not going to be on your own, you're going to be going with others, with fellow travellers, you know, looking for the end of the rainbow. We've got the peacock here, which is a symbol of wealth and prosperity. But you're at the beginning now of this new journey, and you've got support, Gemini. Support is all around you. All right, that's your reading, Gemini. In many ways, it's a lovely reading. There's lots of support and clarity come out here, and synchronicities, and hopefully whoever this is for, and it won't be for everybody, but whoever it's for, I hope you can recognise your story here and get some clarity and support from what the energies are wanting to say. All right, but good luck going forward, and until next time, bye bye for now.